Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow look or a makeup look using the Morphe 35F palette, the Fall into Frost palette. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video of my...
Don't let her know.
Oh my god. Let me know if you guys want to see a video of how I'm going to do my makeup on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, Antonio and I are spending it with my family, and Christmas Day we're going to spend with his family. So let me know if you guys want to see anything on that. I'd love to make it for you guys. Again, this was just a little what's it called, tutorial on how I kind of do my makeup, because I'm barely learning, obviously, especially with colors. I'm experimenting. So just let me know if you guys like that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go in with my primer. So the one that I'm using, I don't even think it's an actual primer, but it's the Aloe Pure Skincare Times Repair Serum. I use it as a primer. You're technically not supposed to. At least I don't think so, but I use it as, not a primer, moisturizer. But it also has, what's the ingredient? The ingredient that helps it be a primer, I don't know. But I use a little bit of this. And I do have a little bit of breaking out here, and my nose is always nasty, and that's nothing new. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my actual primer. I use the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. It just works really well for me. So I don't use too much. I use a little dab, because I've noticed that if I use too much, it takes a while for it to dry on my face, and obviously you don't want to put foundation on while it's still moist. The point is for it to be dry and tacky. So I noticed that if I put too much, it'll take a while to dry, and I don't like putting my foundation on when it's moist like that, or like still not dry. So it's kind of getting a little bit tacky now. That's usually how I can tell if it's getting tacky. So my routine lately for foundation has been using both of these foundations, which I'm actually going to be running out of soon, so I need to go get some. This one, when I use it, it's too light. It's the Revlon Color Stay foundation. I got it in the color 320, and that's why it's just a little too light to true beige. And so I went and I got this one. It's the CoverGirl True Blend foundation in the color D3, which is honey beige, and this one ended up being too dark for me, so I'm just mixing them both, and it kind of gives me a decent color. I usually put a little bit more of the CoverGirl just because it's pretty like well covered, like it has good coverage, at least from what I used it the first time by itself. It's good coverage. And then I use a little bit of the Revlon Color Stay, and it's actually pretty good for my skin. I don't know, but I'm not like an actual makeup guru. If you can see, as you can tell, I'm not really a guru. I'm kind of just doing things as I go, and I make it work. So really quick, I was going to start off with my eyes, but I'm so used to starting off with my face that I just started off with my face. So really quick, I'm just going to set it, and then I'm going to move on to my eyes. I'm going to use my e.l.f. What's the name of this? I don't know, but it's an e.l.f. powder. Just to kind of like set it a little bit, and so it won't be too dewy, because both of those foundations mixed together gets me really dewy, and I don't like it to look too crazy. So yeah, I'm just setting that, and I'm gonna forget everything else and go into the eyes. So I'm going to start off with the Morphe 35F. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with the Morphe 35F palette, and I'm going to start off with a clean brush, and I'm going to go into this matte brown right here to kind of use as my transition color. If you see me looking down a lot, I also have my mirror out here, so I'm going to try to make this work as best as I can. Now, a lot of transition colors don't work too well with my lids just because I'm not the lightest skin color. And I know that I'm probably going to get some comments on the fact that I didn't use any primer or anything like that. But honestly, I don't really use that stuff. I don't find the need to. Just remember, this is our transition color. But I'm also going to use a color from the Studio Makeup On The Go palette. Oh, I think it's called Cool Down. I'm going to use this middle one. You could probably, I'll insert something on the side. Now again, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not a guru. I kind of just learned on my own and went with it. Okay, so next I'm going to use another fluffy brush and go in with the first color. So, I'm going to open up my Kathleen and Morphe light. Morphe and Kathleen lights. And I'm going to be using this color right here. It's kind of like a light purpley color, and we're gonna put that same place where we put the first color. Keep in mind, I didn't really practice this. I'm kind of just winging it. And I'm also gonna use one of the colors in this palette. I'm gonna use the burgundy color next to it because it's a little bit brighter and darker, well, darker, and I want the crease to be pretty burgundy, and I'm gonna focus this more on the outer V of the eye. I used the same brush, by the way, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. And I am gonna drag this down a little bit onto the lid. And then once there's very little product left of that burgundy color, I'm going to kind of do the same thing that I was doing with the other color and just put it all around the crease, not just in the outer corner. And that's just because I intend on making the outer corner a little tiny bit darker than it is right now. For the next color, I'm going to use a little more condensed brush. Honestly, I don't know the difference between the brushes. I kind of just use them as I need them. And again, we're going to go into the Studio Makeup On The Go palette and Cool Down. And I'm going to use that dark burgundy color right there. And this is going to go literally just on the outer V of the eye, outer corner of the eye. I just realized this definitely is not what this brush is used for. Nice going. And again, I'm kind of just dragging it a little bit down into on the lid. And with the same brush that we had before from our previous color, and just grabbing a little bit of that first light purple color. Oh my god, I just dug my nail into one of the eyeshadows. We'll move on. We're going to use a little bit of that purple color again. Just the slightest bit to kind of blend all these colors together. And then with a nice clean flat shader brush, we are going to go back into the Morphe 35F palette. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of colors you can really choose from that you can use for this, the lid. I'm gonna go with this color right here above this little gold color, just because I think it's a little bit darker and it'll look nicer. I don't want it to be too light for me, because I swatched this one right here too, and it was just a smidge lighter, and I kind of wanted to be a dark color. So again, we're going to use this color right here. Just put it on the brush, and we're going to slap it on the lid. And I'm going to kind of blend out a little bit the crease color, just because I feel like it kind of got lost in that color. And I actually lied. I'm going to use a little bit of that color that I had shown right here, and I'm going to just grab it on my finger, just a tiny, why did I just tap my finger? I have no idea. Just a tiny smidge, and put it right in the center, to give it a little bit of a halo kind of effect. And now, kind of straying away from the lids, I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer on. I'm gonna use first the the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Deep. It actually isn't that deep on me. Kind of just using, and I'm gonna go ahead and place it under my eyes. So before, when I was using concealer, I would only put like a little bit, but I noticed that when I would only use a little bit, it wouldn't hide my under eye circles, my dark under eyes too well. And that's why, because I was using only like, I would only go a line and then just blend it in, and that was not cute. And I'm also going to put a little bit of the CoverGirl, okay, I can't even see that color too well. I'm just going to put just a smidge of this on as well. I don't really like the CoverGirl one too much, honestly, I'm not going to lie. And with my damp beauty sponge from Morphe, I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. Now, I only put a lot because of my under eyes, obviously, as I was saying before. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose. I never put concealer on my blemishes because concealer is used to hide, like, kind of like a highlight. And I don't like highlighting my blemishes. So I'm going to go back into the e.l.f. powder, and using my sponge, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this under my eyes, and I'm going to bake. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that for the meantime. And now we let that powder bake. I'm going to go in with my eyebrows. Now, I recently tried doing my eyebrows and it didn't go too well, but it didn't go too bad either, so I'm kind of not that upset. And I'm going to fast forward through this part just because it takes me a while. And I'm going to use a little brush to clean up under or around my eyebrows. And my eyebrows never come out the same. They never do. That's not a thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my face brush and just brush off the bakage. Now I'm gonna get this pointed brush, go in with the Kathleen Lights palette and use that light purple again. And I'm going to go ahead and go under the eye. And once that color's on, I'm gonna go in with the Burgundy that we used earlier. And we're just gonna leave it like that under the eyes. Just to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna get this cute little fluffy brush, go back into the Morphe palette, and use the lightest shade up in this corner. It's a nice frosty white color. And that's gonna just go in the inner corner. We're gonna finish off the eyes by going in with some mascara. First, we're gonna curl our lashes. Now, one thing I never do for some reason is my eyeliner. I haven't worn eyeliner in so long, and I kind of prefer not to wear eyeliner. That's just my personal preference. I don't know, maybe later in life that'll change. Plus, I don't know how to wing it, because when I would use it, I wouldn't wing it. It was back in the day when you wouldn't wing it. And I'm going to use this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's the sample. I have the full size, but I'm waiting to finish this sample. I'm going to finish this before I start my new one, okay? Because you never know. Just going to put a nice coat on my lashes. This is one of the mascaras that has worked really well for my lashes. My lashes don't really curl with mascara. It takes like a good mascara for my lashes to actually stay curled, and even like that, it still will go down a little tiny bit. And this is one of the mascaras that actually does my lashes justice. And I'm also going to take that little frosty white color from the Morphe palette and put it right under my brow bone as a highlight for the brow. It's gonna go right where I placed the concealer. And now I'm just gonna go in with some bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Blush and Bronzer mini palette from Coastal Scents. And I'm gonna use this matte color. And I'm just gonna use this random brush for it. And it's just bronzer, it's just to kind of make the face a little bit, bring back some color, because I always look like a ghost when I do my makeup. I need to bring back some color. Oops. My phone stopped recording, but pretty much all I did was use this as my bronzer, and I used this one as my blush. I just added a little tiny bit. And lastly, I'm going to go in with highlight. I'm going to use the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Light's highlighter palette with Sunlight, Starlight, and Night Light. And I'm actually going to use the Sunlight color, which would be this color right here. And I'm just going to place that on the highest points of my cheekbones so I can get a little bit of a glow. Now, I actually have a little bit of an obsession with highlight, so I usually go in with a lot of it. So originally I was going to go in with a nude, which, you know, you could still do. You can go in with any color for this, but I'm actually going to go in with this brown-ish color. It's from Bare Minerals in the color Scandal, and it's matte. I really like this color for looks like this, where I want it to be a little bit dark, or the lips to be a little bit dark without completely taking away from the eyes. And that'll complete the look for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten my hair and get ready, and I'll be back. thank you guys so much for watching. This was the final look. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know if you liked it. Leave any comments down below or anything that you want me to do in the future down below. I might do a video on my Christmas Eve and Christmas makeup. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon. Look at what I just did, guys. Look at this. Ugh, I hate when I do that. This is kind of like one of the few. Antonio, wait. Antonio, please. I'm begging you, Antonio. Please. Stop. Babe.
Giving her just like the
okay, just stand on that side.
Look, and she's
just stand on that side, please. Or sit on that side. Stay.